Guys, it's Brianna. I am going to do a little tutorial on how to use Canva to design your pitch decks. And also I'll do a quick little tutorial about how Launchspace uses Canva to and Hootsuite to do our social media. So Canva does have a free version. As a nonprofit, we do get their premium version for free, but every business is able to start a general Canva account, which I highly recommend anybody who's trying to create graphic design for their businesses to try it out. I love it and I use it every day. And if anybody wanted during the program to be added to our team just to get the premium package, I'm happy to add your emails to our Canva. The only challenge with that would be is that once the program's over, you would have to transfer everything over to your new account. So I would suggest just starting a new account. So this is the homepage, pretty basic. And then most of your, so Canva, you can look up any design. You can see here that you can look up, these are some recent designs that we've done, but you can make flyers, documents, posters. They're already preset, sized right for social media. You can make business cards. We designed our business cards here. You can do tickets. You can do greeting cards. It's really kind of everything. They just have a ton of templates available. But what's nice and what we're talking about today is the pitch deck. So once you're in the account, you'll see here, which is your personal dashboard. You can see I have lots of folders which different designs go into. I also can have, so you'll see here, I was looking at what has been shared with me for a quick search, but I also have things, so you can have things shared with you or people added to different documents for collaboration. And I also have set up some branded templates throughout my use of Canva, which I've been using it for a few years now. So I have a ton, that's why I have so many folders. I have a ton that I've created on this platform. We're gonna go to create design. And I am going to put in presentation. And the 16 by 9 is your typical, PowerPoint, Google slide, and this presentation. A 4 by 3 is more of a kind of 8.5 by 11, and the 16 by 9 is a little bit larger than that. So I usually go with the 16 by 9 setting because it presents well when which you'll be using for your pitch, if you're pitching in the finals, and just general presentation in front of any potential partners or investors or stakeholders. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to start my project. And you always want to make sure to give your designs a title because, of course, for searching, make it easy. So I'm going to do, we'll do template 2023 EM pitch deck. And this is just something that I use for my file naming, is that if it's a draft or a template, I put that in caps as the first word so I can search easy and also know that that draft document that I'm going into is in draft form or it's a template. So then we have designs. It always usually lands on the design side or design tab, but I'll kind of go through these other ones as we go through. But it is really easy. So all of these are all amazing, pre-designed, and yet they're all very customizable. So you can go through and you can kind of put your cursor over one and it'll just walk you through what the entire slide deck looks like. For the slide deck for the pitch, you're probably going to want 5 or 6 slides. And those slides are each outlined by the concept paper. So the concept paper was broken down into sections. And each section is going to be a slide, essentially, unless you have some extra things you want to share. So I would think it would be, I would say 5 to 8 slides. 10 slides might be a little bit too much because you really want slides to be captivating and not have a lot of wording. They're more for graphics, and then you're providing the background information, which you can have written down on slide cards, or you're probably using some cards will be the easiest. So you can kind of go through here, look at some of the designs, and then choose one that you like. So I guess I'll go with this one. And then you can also you don't have to use all of the slides either. So you can apply all 15 pages, which we don't want to do, or you can go through and hand pick the slides that you want to use. So see, I want to use this first slide. This looks like a really good info slide. This one could be kind of like a program or product slide. Let's see. This one could be kind of like a how I'm going to do it slide, and you get the point. So you can go through and look at how they look also on a larger, because you can't usually see them this small over here. So I'm going to go here, I'm going to add a page. So this is at the bottom here is where you're going to add your piece, your pages and your notes. So you can put in presenter notes with this. I'm not sure if the setup will be so that you'll be able to have presenter notes on the slides. That's something that we can figure out. So then you add a page, and then let's see, we'll do this one, add another page. What did I say? We'll do this one. And then, yeah, you got the idea. You just kind of go through, add the pages that you like, talk about your team, and then we'll have a thank you page, thank you and questions. So this is where you can customize. And there's a lot of videos on YouTube, Canva, and one of the reasons why I went with Canva, because it's a very user-friendly, out-of-the-box graphic design platform. But also they have a ton of videos on how to use Canva successfully. I've probably watched, 3 or 4 hours of videos throughout my life, just, getting to know tips and tricks about how to make these really customizable. And now that I've been using it for a while, I can zoom through some of these things, and, I could throw together a presentation, maybe like an hour, if I have all the content developed. So obviously you can change your the font, you can change here. They have a ton of fonts. You can search different types of fonts if you want a calligraphy font, an open sans font, a signature font. And it'll keep up your mostly used fonts here. So you don't have to go searching through all the fonts every time you change something. You can go back to this recently used and keep that uniform, whatever fonts you're working with, keep that kind of uniform throughout the slides. And you really want to use 2 to 3 fonts. You don't want to change, you don't have too many fonts that are different. But it is good to use different fonts to bring certain areas out of the presentation. And so you want to use, obviously, like thicker bolded fonts to highlight things that you really want to catch people's eyes. People will read just for some kind of marketing thought. People usually digest information left to right, top to bottom. But you can change that a little bit by putting something bolded and in a comment thing in the bottom right corner, and their eyes will go there if that's what you want to call out. If you have a lot of like at least 3 bullets on a thing, you want to call out your main thing that you want them to digest. Most readers will take away two to three, usually 2 things or concepts from each slide, because they're not going to be able to digest all the information that you really want them to. You still have to present it to them. But if you want to say this percentage, these sales, this is why, I would make those really bold and really apparent if that's what you want them to take away from that slide, just some kind of background. So you can change here. So I'm going to put in launch space. Put a launch space here. I have our logo. So of course I've been using this for a while. So I have our brand hub here. So this has our logo already and all of our logo colors already here ready to use, our logo, our company font. So I've created this branding hub that's a quick access to things. So I'm going to replace this logo. I'm probably going to make this a little bigger. And as you can see, I'm going to start zooming around, but you can see that you can change things really easily. And these little things that kind of line up here, it tells you how you're lining up to other things. So it's really easy. So this is kind of where this will be centered. So I'll leave it there. And then you can, so we already have our branding colors lined up here, but I will show you how to quickly get your branding colors connected. So you want to click, you can click on this, like you want to change the color. And I want it to be a branded color. So I'm going to go over, this is where you click on this to change any color of anything, a font or a background image, and you can do gradients. But I want that exact color of this red. So this is where you can add a new color or select a specific color. So these are hex codes. If you have your hex code, which is a certain code for defining very specific colors, you can put in your hex code, or you can go to this, which is a pick the color from your design. So I want that to be, if I can find it, I want it to be this red, or yeah, kind of red, pinkish red. And then, oops, easy to go back. And then it'll keep that color here, and I can keep doing it. And then, so you can do that all over. So I can change this to the blues and have these colors be, branded to our colors, having a welcome thing, removing, changing all of these features. I can also, you want to update your, this is where your about page can be, something about yourself. Again, putting in your images. You want to have, if you have time to take product photos or personal headshots, you really want some quality photos here, and be kind of a little photo forward so that people are intrigued. People are intrigued by photos of the thing that you're doing. That's what will connect them. Yes, you need the language and you need the writing, but if you have big data and photos, that's what people will walk away with, connected to specific details that you want them to walk away with. Think about 5 or 6, and the photos that will connect them to you personally. So here, again, you'll want to have whatever the title is for that slide based on the concept paper, what section that concept paper is going to do, breaking down these into maybe your products or whatever you want. So these here are elements. So over here, you can upload your logo or other documents or photos, and that's how you get your photos. I'll show you that. And elements. So elements are where you can kind of look up anything. So there's all these little graphics if you're, talking about product. So if you're thinking about, let's see, like Gordon in farming. So you do farming, and it'll give you a bunch of graphics. It'll give you a bunch of photos, videos. I want to look at graphics. So this is a nice little graphic that would fit in the circle here. So I can get rid of that, delete it, and then you just resize this easily here. And this little corner right here is how you move things easily. And then you can match the colors to match this if you wanted to. You can also see that it automatically pulls the colors from the photo so that you can start working with them already. So if I click on this now, it'll show these colors, but then it's also going to pull, hopefully I'm not lying here. Let's see, it's taking me a minute. No. So it's pulling the colors from all of the photos that are in the slide deck, except for this one. So I wonder why. Well, you can do the color. You can do the color match also. Oh, yep, they're up here. Okay. So, yep, you can go through and color. So then I want to do the red, this light, and play with it that way. Now for uploading photos. So you're like, I don't want this stock photo. I want a photo of my thing. So you can just upload right here. Upload a photo from your files. And let's see, I'll just quickly pull a recent photo to make things easy. There's some fruit and veggie thing I was creating in Canva, of course. So then you can just delete this. And these are photo frames. So these frames, if they have that background, will automatically capture and auto resize into whatever the frame is for whatever photo you have. So a good instance of creating a frame is, I'll delete this, is going to elements, and then let's look at some frames. So here are, let's see, photo frame. So here, we'll just do this like award type of frame. No, I don't like that one. Let's see, graphic frames. Let's find another one that's so you can really see. Oh, man. So this will be a good one to kind of match with this. So here you can see that this is a photo frame that we pulled, and see how that line crosses like that? That means that it is 30, it's 34, whatever the counting was, from the top paragraph and the paragraph under, and it is measured exactly in the same height and the horizontal and vertical, same as the photo next to it. So then I will just do a generic photo of the farm. And let's see, I'll bring this over and see how it'll auto fit. Let's see. Auto fit. Let's see. Auto fit into the frame. I don't know why it's not. I'm lying to you here. I'm going to change these colors so I can see the background. I wonder why it should. Oh, it just did for a second. Wonder where it went. Weird. All right, we'll just do something like this, make it easy. So the ones that have like this blue sky and these rolling hills, this kind of generic thing, those are the photo frames. So let's go back to photos and let's do farm, and let's grab this farming and pull it, there we go. So then, and you can click on this and move the photo around to make it fit the way you want to. And then you can add notes here. So you can, like I mentioned, I just don't know how they will present. So I don't want people to waste their time, or we can go through that. I can figure that out at another time. So then meet your team. This is about the data input. And then you definitely want to have a thank you, or this could be your financials. And so uploading photos changing your texts, and then you'll want to save. You want to save it, and then to get your project downloaded, you're going to, and you can also look at it how it's going to present. You can go into presenter view, presenting full screen, and you can also download it. So when you're downloading it, you're going to want to go to PDF standard, which it automatically will suggest. And then I tend to flatten the PDFs because it makes them smaller. And it layers it makes them smaller by layering all of the image. If your document's very image heavy, you're going to want to flatten it so it's a smaller file if you're saving. And then you just download it. And then you'll be able to, send that to us, any of the executives to review. You can share it with us by adding us here to the team and take a look at it. And I hope that this was helpful, and just a quick little tutorial on social media. So I work with an intern usually, but we use Canva for pretty much all of our social media. So this is really great. It's already pre-sized for Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. And so we just use this one, we're hiring somebody. You can customize the colors like we talked about, change the fonts, update a photo that represents your business. And then we download it as a PNG and use Hootsuite. So Hootsuite is an aggregator for social media. So it will take the post. So we create this one piece of content and then create a post. So this is Hootsuite. It's a paid platform. We pay annually for it. It's pretty nominal, but it saves so much time because we can plan out our calendar. We have a planner, so you can see posting here. I'm going to create a post. I choose our social medias that's linked, our channels. Something that's new to Hootsuite is the Owly AI. So you can actually use AI or a chat GPT to help write your captions. So I actually used this to write the content recently for hiring a grant administrator, and it was actually pretty impressive. So I've used this before. And so you can, you kind of use it, it's kind of directed through. And I'm going to go back because I don't want to create the full post right now. So you go through and you choose, we usually post to Facebook and Instagram, and I'll just put in hiring, blah, 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 blah. And then you upload your photo. And so there's my grant administrator post that I created with Canva, and it'll automatically generate what the post is going to look like so you can see. And then what's nice is you can post now, and you can schedule for later. So it will automatically tell you when people are most likely to read your posts, and it's saying tomorrow between 8 and 10 is the perfect time. So we usually use the schedule post and recommended time feature so that our posts are going to get posted when people are using social media at the most throughout the day. So I would, if I was going to post this, post it with this recommended time here, and then hit schedule. But I am not scheduling. And then once it gets scheduled, I'm going to discard the post. Once it gets scheduled, it goes into the planner, and you can go back and make changes up until when it gets posted. So you can see our planner. We have some posts scheduled out this week that our social media intern has put together. And so you can see that we have the posts. We have a post for every day scheduled. Our intern usually works for 2 hours, maybe a week, getting the content together, meeting with me to review the content, and then putting together the posts and scheduling them out. So it's a great way, even we do a post a day just because we have a lot going on. But if you wanted to just do a post a week, you could probably sit down for 2 hours a month and do it. So I highly recommend looking at Canva and Hootsuite as planning out and bumping up your social media. And I hope this is helpful. Feel free to reach out to myself or Jeremy or Max with any questions. All right, see you soon.